Hey guys, First Regardsman here, and today I'll be talking about one of the most broken builds in all of Space Marine 2, once again with the Power Fist Bulwark. Now, the Power Fist is a deceptively powerful weapon. This thing has a stupid range on its charge attacks. The thrust trap on this with the Bulwark class can actually one-shot any Majoris in the game like a double charge or like one Adrenaline Surge charge. The Block Fist really is just kind of insane right now, and even though it only has a 1+ speed, this doesn't actually affect your charge rate on your fist whatsoever for charge attacks. And charge attacks are literally all that matters on this weapon in the first place, so really kind of a no-brainer, just take like the fat damage option. Now for the perk tree, I think there's like one top tier perk option for this in general, just going here Perpetual Strength, moving to the perk Fast Preparation, or in this case Heavy Preparation. Heavy attack preparation time is reduced by 30%, applies to the following attacks: Thrust Jab, Back Fist, Hammer Hook, Back Fist 2, Thrust Jab 2. Without this perk, your fist will take forever to charge up, so kind of a no-brainer. Pretty much always grab this. I would never take the perk up here, Swift Recovery, over this, because this is just too important. Next perk here, Perpetual Strength, and Perpetual Strength for a 10% melee damage increase. Moving into the perk over here, Focused Intention. When your health is below 30%, you take 50% less health damage while preparing heavy attacks. This perk makes you absurdly tanky while charging. If you stack this with things like Steel Within and Conviction for even more damage reduction, you can just sit in the face of an enemy at like 5% HP and not die. It's kind of insane. So this perk, pretty much always grab this, and also always grab the next perk here, which is Tide of Battle. Power wave forward distance increases from 4 to 8 meters, applies to the following attacks: Thrust Jab, Back Fist, Hammer Hook, Back Fist 2, and Thrust Jab 2. Now, the description on this perk is actually incorrect. It will take the range of your fist up to like 10 to 20 meters on the heavy attacks, which is absurd. The range of the charge attacks on this weapon is completely nuts with Tide of Battle, so pretty much always grab this one. Another perk I love to grab is Following Blow. Back Fist and Back Fist 2 can be performed instantly after a charged Thrust Jab or Hammer Hook. This perk really helps you pick up executes off like a single heavy attack. Basically, you just charge up your fist, do like one punch, and then follow up with the Following Blow. It will like execute guys in a line. This one also has the increased AoE and range of things like the Tide of Battle, so really good for that. Now another perk I pick up is Strength of Will. While performing a heavy attack, you take 20% less range damage. Once again, heavy attacks are all that matter on this weapon, so this one stacks on top of things like Focus and Tension, so kind of nuts how much damage reduction you get. And the final two perks are pretty self-explanatory, things like Combo, which is trash, and the final perk is Majora's Slayer, so you do some extra Majora's damage. Now for the secondary here, what's that? Oh, we take the Rate of Fire Plasma Pistol, because we're going for the most overpowered build possible here, and the Rate of Fire Plasma Pistol, especially on the Bulwark class, is just OP. This thing stagger, CHP regen, and overall damage in this game is just kind of nuts. The ammo economy kind of sucks. That doesn't really matter on Bulwark at all, because first of all, the Power Fist lets you save ammo because this thing is basically a ranged weapon. You just punch Zoanthropes out of the sky and Neurothropes, so the Plasma Pistol is actually more ammo efficient with the Power Fist than like any other build. And on top of all of that, this weapon is just kind of insane, and the stagger is very, very strong in general. Now for the perk tree, pretty self-explanatory. Just grab all the ammo perks because the bottom tree on this weapon kind of sucks, and also pick up perks like Divine Might. And the perk over here, Charge Cooling, charge shots generate 10% less heat. I'm pretty sure your gun overheats no matter what. Like, even if you have this perk at like 4 shots, for like 3 or 4 shots, it doesn't really matter at all. So pretty much just always set it up this way. Now, for the perk tree, I do pick up Intimidating Aura first. A perfectly timed parry deals area effect damage with a 5-meter radius. Cooldown is 5 seconds. Now, in patch 8.0, they actually buffed the Intimidating Aura perk to function with block weapons, and now on the Block Fist, you get so much free damage when you aren't able to charge your attack off Intimidating Aura, completely carries certain encounters. And also, I will say, there's a bit of a unique perk interaction here, which is that Intimidating Aura with the perk over here, Defensive Mastery, which reads: a perfectly timed parry or block instantly incapacitates a Majoris or Extremis level enemy. Cooldown is 90 seconds. These two can trigger simultaneously and instantaneously kill a Majoris enemy. Sometimes that does suck because sometimes you just want the execute on the enemy, but overall, still a great combo to have at times. And Intimidating Aura in general is just super strong versus things like Lictors, because Lictors are really annoying to get your charge attacks on, and Intimidating Aura just picks up free kills, which is why I like it here for the Thrust Jab and the block Thunderhammer, excuse me. The Thunderhammer is also quite slow, so, you know, kind of a no-brainer. It works on really slow weapons quite a bit. Next perk here is Scramble Targeting. If you're surrounded by 5 or more enemies, you take 25% less damage from range attacks. 25% less damage from range attacks will affect your armor, not just your HP, and being surrounded by 5 or more enemies happens all the time on both factions. Next perk here is Skill Within. When your health is less than 50%, you take 30% less health damage. Having health damage reduction on the Bulwark class, either this perk or Conviction here, is super powerful. We have a 30% increase starting HP. Without one of these perks, you kind of get cooked. Like, you are way less tanky if you have at least like one damage reduction perk. It is very noticeable, so I would grab at least one of these two. And the next perk here is Focus Restoration. Every 30 seconds, all of your squad members automatically restore one armor segment. Now, getting armor back in general is super powerful in Space Marine 2 because any amount of armor remaining will reduce the total damage of any incoming melee hit to 0, even if it's from a boss. So having drip fed armor is just super strong in this game. Also just strong to like trigger extra, armor effects like scramble targeting, having that damage reduction on your armor. Really helps you survive against some pretty big bullshit things. Next perk here is Purity of Purpose. The banner deals damage over time to enemies within its area of effect. This perk is by far the best perk in this column. This one has a massive downside of reducing your banner's duration, which you pretty much never want. This perk does basically nothing, and this perk basically turns your banner into a shock grenade. You put this down, any Minoris is going to die, all Majoris will take pretty good damage, even bosses will take pretty good damage, and Extremis as well. Really, really valuable perk, even on Invigorating Icon where your banner cooldown is higher, or longer I should say. So pretty much always grab this one. Next perk here is, of course, Invigorating Icon. We are going for the most busted build possible, and when the banner is activated, all of your squad members regain maximum contested health, but it recharges 50% slower. Now, anything that breaks the total pickup economy of the game, like stims, equipment charges and stuff like that, is going to be a top tier perk. This one is better in a coordinated team than, say, like the Unmasked Yield perk on Vanguard, because this one's just like a passive ability. You don't have to like coordinate with anybody. But either way, the Bulwark is incredibly powerful for having this perk attached to him on top of all of his damage reduction and damage he has himself, because the boss damage on this class on top of healing is absurd, which is why Bulwark is currently the best class in the game. Next perk here is Merciless Resolve. After a Shield Bash, Shield Rush, or Thunder Hammer Pommel Smash, melee damage increases by 15%. You do not lose control from heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. Now, this perk stocks went way up because the new Shield Rush is super easy to pull this off on all the time. Having no knockback on this class is very powerful. You used to have to take things like Armor Advance to get like the full benefit, but these days it is just super easy to pull this off all the time in the middle of your combat loop. And even if you like Shield Bash the air with this class, it doesn't even matter, you'll still get this triggered. So pretty much just, make sure you have the cooldown up. You can't actually reapply this until the 10 seconds are up, so just keep that in mind. What I mean by that is, if you activate a Shield Bash, get this trigger on your perk, you can't actually reapply the effect until the initial 10 seconds of this one are up. So just keep that in mind, like on the left corner of your health bar and stuff like that. But still a great perk. Next perk here is Defensive Mastery. A perfect time parry or block instantly incapacitates a Majoris or Extremis level enemy. Cooldown is 90 seconds. This perk actually overperforms. I was sleeping on this perk for a long time. 90-second cooldown kind of sucks, but instantaneously removing a Biovore or like a Lictor or Ravener from a boss fight is incredible. Removing major threats with Nova damage is one of the best things to do in Space Marine 2 and really any Horde shooter, and this is a great perk for that. And it'll also just get you free kills all the time, so great stuff here for sure. And also the perk here, Armor Advance, is quite redundant with this perk here. An emergency countermeasure is not bad by any means, but I think this is like an overall better effect. Now, for the Prestige perk tree, I do pick up the perk Resilience first. Medicae Sims restore 40% more health. You may wonder why I'm not taking Auxiliary Reload first. Well, the reason for that is I am kind of like assuming you're playing in a group, and even in like solos now, you really don't need this perk that often. The Power Fist makes your build very ammo efficient, so it doesn't matter too much, and Resilience, I think, just gives you more benefit for like, more valuable stims, even with the Invigorating Icon. Next perk here is Overcharge. Charge attack damage increases by 20%. Always take this perk. This one helps you hit breakpoints all the time. This, unlike the Overcharge perk on Assault, does function on the Block Power Fist. Super strong option here. One of the best perks in the entire game. Kind of absurd this is attached to a Prestige perk tree, but what's you going to do? Next perk here is Powerful Shot. Range damage increases by 20%. 20% range damage buff is really boring, but really strong, so I always grab this one. And the final perk is Masterful Defense. Ability charge restored by 1% for every blocked range attack. Any CDR perk in this game is top tier. CDR in general, with a game that has abilities as strong as this one's, is going to be like a top tier option. And this one will allow you to get back your banner entirely off like a Soul Reaper Cannon Terminator and stuff like that. So really strong. It's kind of a no-brainer to pick this one up. Unfortunately, a lot of the perks in this game are just like substantially more powerful than other options. Like Standard Bearer is not horrific, and Bold and Stand is kind of redundant, and this one is just god tier, so pretty much always grab it. That's pretty much much all there is for this build, guys. The Block Power Fist is a deceptively powerful weapon. It is one of the most entertaining weapons if you just want to one-shot guys. Some people think just thrust jabbing over and over is really boring, which, to be fair, it kind of is. But if you're like a new player, just want to like snooze fest of the game, you can definitely use this. It may not be as easy as like a fencing and timing aura build, but it's still very strong, and hopefully this build guide helped. If you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, take it easy. Bye. See, we don't care at all because we're just gonna get all our HP back, so you can just do dumb shit the entire game. Are there ranged guys I can kill? I would like to do that. But I also like to kill him. You can actually just face tank everything on this build pretty much. I mean, you can go even further with like another type. Bonk.
No food.
Watch this. I'm gonna have to line them up.
Skitter to the grave, Xenos horde. A victory for the Imperium.
What a joke, man. What a joke. It's shocking every time.
That silence the Tyranids' vile chitter.
I've been playing the block. You have not been playing the Block Power Fist recently for how OP it is? Oh, it is very OP. Bonk. Dang. That range is insane. It definitely is. Power Fist is a Wi-Fi. It's Wi-Fi enabled. Yeah. The Wi-Fi update for the Power Fist went pretty hard. Well, I've been following you since the first year of the game. I want to say thank you for all the content you create and good luck with the mission. Thank you, Nokin. Also, welcome to the Twitch. Welcome in. Oh god. Look at this. Watch this, dude. Look at this, we're gonna get all of our HP back. Oh, okay, that was just a misinput. We'll get all our HP back later. We'll do that later. My brain just registered him as executed for some reason. Thank you for your build guides to help me beat hard stratagem solo. Hell yeah, Mercy.
Keep going forward. Equipment found.
Which one? That's the question. Was it this one? This one's pretty OP.
Made a path. Held the Tyranid into safety.
I do have a build video on the Power Fist. Probably make another one so you can keep forgetting.
Failed that order.
Look how much they can totally do to us.
That silenced the Tyranids' vile chitter. Crush the ravenous brood beneath.
FCG, do you find the Power Fist gameplay to be quite boring compared to other melee options, even though it's very powerful? No, I have big monkey brain. I like big thing go boom. So when big thing go boom and red go guy, I'm happy. Like an orc and a wog. Watch him fall upon my block.
Xenos Hunter stalks us. Execute that one. Let the challenge begin. Our foe's wretched forces grow. Skither to the grave, Xenos. The foe wants backup. Our banner awaits unfurled. Bask in the Emperor, steel yourself! More mechanics!
There we go. Gotta be using that more.
Our boat shall fellow the stolen You failed that oath. Fate.
You're next.
Stop that target from running direct forward.
Just stand right there. Did you feel that? I did not. I felt that.
Wretched thing, they found its last. That silence.
Oh, let's take for the prime sub. I mean, we'll get out of this spot eventually.
Tyranids dispatched. This galaxy is not yours to devour, Iron Beast.
Where's my stim? They should buff the other weapons instead of nerfing the Power Fist. Dude, if every weapon was as powerful as the Power Fist in this game would be like just a snooze fest in all difficulties. I don't think that's the solution here. I think this weapon is just a little too strong. You know how hard it would be to balance every single bit of new content around something as strong as the Power Fist?
We crush the ravenous brood.
Like, what would you even have to do to a weapon to make it this strong? That's the question.
Today, we slay a hive giant.
The game turned boring. Like, honestly, looking at what the Power Fist is doing here, what would you have to do to a Power Sword to make it this strong? What would we have to do? Give the Power Rake like 40 meters of range and have it one shot? Would that be his AFK in here? Dang. Defensive mastery. Give us 2 Power Swords.
Deceptive beast never stood a chance.
I actually hit the guy behind him.
What's for psychic onslaught?
2 for 1. Give it more damage to the power break and more range, that's it. I mean, you have to give it like stupid amounts of range and stupid amounts of damage. What about the chain sword? Like for buff and everything, what about the chain? What do we have to do that? Make the full throttle sends out like an actual, like a Nero from Devil May Cry thing. I'm Skimpy Pie, thank you for joining the Imperial Guard. On Assault, the Unyielding Oath, how does it work? Does it only do anything while you're in the air and charge it up, or does it give you invulnerability when you land also? You already get invulnerability when you land in the game. But Unyielding Oath is like when you charge in the air, you're invulnerable in the air. So, that's actually very useful.
Captain Akarak, we are closing in on the waste
Very good.
center now.
It used to be a little buggy, it's a lot better now. Yeah, Chainsword Full Throttle does need a buff, but like it needs to be a I want it to be buffed. Alright. I want to punch this guy really bad.
Our adversary wishes to renew their assault. Deny them any advantage. It seems there will be more vulnerable, and we will succeed. That Xenos is living artillery. Exterminate it. That's what the falling reserve for. You failed that force. Eradicate every last Xenos. Our banner awaits unfurled. For the Imperium of Man!
The Power Fist is indeed quite dumb.
That is the last of those filthy.
A reasonable weapon.
Perfect for an ambush. Watch for any signs of Tyranids.
I really struggle against the Invis Extremis when I play with block because they don't have time to strike back. They have some openings. You just need to load the lictors are you need to know where your hyper armor is and where their attack strings are. That's the big thing on them.
Follow me through. It is too quiet. The system has been depowered.
Welcome, instance. System reset required. Initiate rights of reawakening at all consoles to terminate hibernation.
Not OP, they say, yeah. Oh, it's pretty OP. I don't really have any problems calling this build OP. I mean, one guy. This isn't exactly hard to execute either. It's just just you walk through the game, pretty much. You also make this even tankier. Like in a team, can you imagine?
been stopped.
The old timer build.
The soil no longer trembles at the rapid's presence.
I can think of, wow, look at that parry bug.
Before we venture into the fortress.
Goddamn. Whip warriors need to fix. Like only on them. The Unk build. I don't know if it's the unkiest of all builds, but it's pretty easy to use.
Where shall I plant this flag?
You hate the parry phase bugs so much. Who doesn't? I mean, it's a fundamental game mechanic that works like 80% of the time.
Biological impurity detected. Invasive material must be removed prior to resumption.
We need to find and remove this material so we can leave this room. These alien vines suffocate the generators. Let us rectify this. These did not grow on their own. There must be scores nearby.
Sharing the divine blessings of the machine god. Console has been reawakened. Functions restored.
Oh, another horde? What will we ever do? 75% of the time? It works every time.
We crush the ravenous brood.
I should just carried him, I guess. Oh, thing.
We have to awaken the other consoles before we venture into the fortress.
Okay, I got hit with a stray.
You failed at ultimate. Fate. We have to awaken the
Those
other
guys got
consoles
aura farmed.
before we venture into the fortress.
Didn't kill him. Oh, he did. FTG, my power fist doesn't behave like yours. What are you doing wrong? What was it not doing? That's all using the block fist? Are you using overcharge? Are you using merciless dissolve? Well then,
Ammunition here.
are you charging it up all the way?
Vessel minister, do not stray from the console during reawakening.
Banner, ready to deploy. Stop that target from rallying fresh warriors. Skitter to the grave, Xenos fiend. Load up.
Console operational. Connection to core controls established. Praise the Messiah.
Yes, sir. Well, it should be exactly the same.
Primary controls reset.
We activated
Let's
the
try.
consoles. We must open the door.
2 for 1.
Another Xenos atrocity cleansed. That silenced the too many violent kitty.
Does they have the same rage roars while you're running Tide of Battle? If you're not running Tide of Battle, you won't.
deactivated the consoles. We must open the door. This galaxy is not yours to the
Yeah, well then it's the exact same range. Let's push the lever here.
Captain Akaran, we are entering the fortress now. The weapon system is next. Good. Head up to the cannons and remind
Maybe other weapons need a buff alongside it. I mean, no weapon needs to be buffed to Power Fist. That'd be ridiculous. This weapon should be nerfed. Like, I'm plain and simple, this weapon should be nerfed. Should have like half the range. Like, Tide of Battle should be nerfed. The,
Rush the ravenous brood beneath. Execute that one. Lest it
would
summon.
not be this high.
Astartes hit.
A little nuts. Yeah, the block axe makes. I mean, compare this to the block axe. There is no comparison. If they reduce the wave of the power range, it's probably enough. Or made the light attacks. I should just like rework the weapon because like the way it works right now is just it's too
Our banner awaits some.
do something. I do the power axe probably fine, needs no buffs. I didn't say that. You were talking about the power fist before. The axe definitely needs buffs. A power fist should not be the same for any melee weapon in this game. Maybe OP as shit. Power axe isn't even that bad. To be fair, just the worst melee weapon. It definitely just needs more CHP recovery and better light attack damage.
There's no going back.
Oh, who cometh? Who cometh? Sir Comatose, thank you for the tier 1 sub. The apothecary provides. It really
There
does.
is no stable one.
Dude, the parry, I'm actually gonna lose it.
That is no good. Steal your move. This Ravener touches no more. The fewer psychers these Xenos
There will be another one.
the better.
He'll come down eventually. I see his little green aura. See that? Oh, wait, what's that? He's coming. I'm gonna do this.
Locking Belzer bomb in place.
He'll figure it out eventually.
The Imperium provides. One dead zone from closer to cleaning up this mess.
At the absolute difficulty, has the Power Fist one-shot everything? 'Cause the Power Fist one-shots everything in this game. It'd just be built like that. Observe.
Our adversary wishes to renew their assault. Deny them any advantage. That silenced the Tyranid's vile chittering.
The Tyranid nerd is scared of you. It's the, you ever seen Pacific Rim where they had like a Jaeger Drift? That was his own throw up in that moment. He's felt his like Jaeger Drift partner die instantly. He's like, I'm not going down there.
Lessons that amplify our value. We crush the ravenous brood beneath our boots. Fire on those mines!
Ow.
That lift will take us directly to the Tyranids and to the cannons.
Ooh. Yeah, Power Fist deserves a nerf, and the Power Fist deserves a buff. It definitely does.
The Tyranids seem to know you're close. They are amassing at the fortress.
Or the Power Axe.
Steel yourselves, brothers. They
I feel like
will
an
not
idiot
stop us from
beating enemies like a
activating the
bongo drum
cannons,
by
Captain.
goddamn Power Sword for 200 hours. Or using a block fist and a block power sword, because those all hit pretty hard. Power sword's pretty good. What's up, Akazi? That is the question. Would be a neat cosmetic.
Stand firm. We will not be intimidated, brothers.
Yeah, sorry, Vaughn. I wasn't able to read the entirety of your message. I misunderstood. Like I'm often known to do. Partially read a message. At least we're not alt-tabbing to reach out anymore.
We retain superiority. Press the attack, brothers.
Come on.
This galaxy is not yours to devour. You are near the last cannons. You will need to find the manual controls to operate them. We have found the control console for the cannons, Captain Akaran.
When in doubt,
We
punch.
will not eliminate these Xenos without using the cannons.
Defensive cannons active. Targeting system.
Never fought this boss, always dies when I enter the area. Well, there's not much to fight in this one. Unfortunately.
Abomination will fall. The Hierophant attacks. Defensive positions.
Can I do this from here?
Keep clear or it's foulness.
That works, I guess. Alright, let me just, you know, oh. This is fine. Okay, I can't do that.
Searching for target.
This class definitely needs a shield too, right?
Fire with your sidearm to commence target lock.
What is this shit? I want to line them all up.
That target to rallying fresh water.
Or do that. Never gonna punch this one in one shot. Alright, just stay right there.
Our boats shall bellow the zone boats death.
Weapons ready. Awaiting target. Aim and fire with a sidearm to commence attack.
Brothers, it retaliates.
Bonk.
Mind your positions.
Waiting for fire command. Aim and fire with sidearm when ready, Minister.
I remember when you posted the One Punch Man one. Yeah, people said that wasn't an absolute difficulty. Like, this game, a lot of players of this game genuinely don't know how strong the Power Fist actually is. They don't know how far it can go. They don't know if it can one shot. They use it like this, and they think it sucks.
Last cannons ready. Establish target with a sidearm to initiate offensive protocol.
And they think it sucks. Perfect.
The Tyranids cannot
That is
stand
nice.
against our attacks. The Hierophant attacks. Defensive positions. With more attacks like that, this abomination will fall.
Engage auxiliary generators
silence.
Gotta go spin the wheel.
Shit. Brothers, it retaliates!
Somehow my bench PR short got like 1.5k views. Probably because it's a pretty impressive bench pet cap. Most people aren't benching over 300 pounds. That's really notable.
Engage the auxiliary generators.
That was an elite
and
lift.
reawaken the cannons.
Don't let anybody else. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. The only people that would say it's not an elite lift are like, you know, maybe 40-year, like, you know, 20, 10-year gym goers, 5-year gym goers. Like, that's all they do. A 300-pound bench is quite excessive. All right, chat. Excessive, I should say, impressive.
Generator is running. The Hierophant
I know
attacks.
2 people. I know like
Fire the
actually
cannons.
5 people in real life who do that, and they are very dedicated.
Engage console to reestablish a union between the fortress and service now.
Get
Go on, bench. Yep.
Feed off tunnel up below.
Well, I mean, like, if you posted that on Instagram, you'd have a bunch of like, yeah, a bunch of people being like, "Oh, this is like pathetic compared to my 450-pound blah 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 blah." But like, you have to realize that 99%. First of all, they're probably talking shit. Second of all, most people don't even exercise. It's all perspective.
Retaliates.
Yeah, it's only like veteran gym goers who think it's average. Yeah, but you know, when you're if you're dedicated to lifting, which obviously you are, Kev, you're gonna have your perspective is gonna be warped around the other dedicated people, which is fair. That's where it should be. Like, you wouldn't compare yourself to a brand new person, but also don't lose perspective on where you are compared to like
Mind your
the
position.
general.
That one's calling the third force.
That's how a lot of people get very insecure.
This galaxy is not yours to devour. More attacks like that, and this abominable brothers. It retaliates.
Bang.
Keep clear.
Hey, we do it.
Press the attack. This monstrosity is almost done. The auxiliary generators shall nourish our cannons.
A good friend of mine recently hit his PR at 800 pounds, and the leg press was just still insane to me. That is very impressive.
We crush the ravenous.
There are a lot of 40k fans that are like actual Goliaths. They're like, I like Space Marines, therefore I will become one.
Brothers, eradicate every last seed.
Hey FTG, I'm new to Space Marine 2. I was wondering, is Thunderhammer good to use on Bulwark? It is not bad. Don't let anybody tell you it's bad. It's the worst weapon on him, but like worse on Bulwark, it's probably still better than Assault. It's probably still better than most classes in this game.
Reestablish service call and system communication.
That silence intimidates our city. Brothers, it retaliates! You failed that order.
Bang.
Ammunition here. Genos hunter stalks us.
It's honestly comical how fast they die. It feels like you're playing a different game when you play this weapon.
The Hierophant attacks! Defensive positions!
Alright, so
Our
do this.
banner awaits unfurling.
That's almost comedic. Definitely is. Bang.
Brothers, it retaliates! Maintain the space between you and our enemy's assault!
Hey, it's over. Moon Racing, thank you for the £5 super chat. Worst Bulwark weapon, but yeah, it's still Bulwark. Pretty much. That's like the caveat you have to tell people. It's like, yeah, it's the worst Bulwark weapon, but it's still on Bulwark, and Bulwark's OP. Comparison kills joy. True, Vivo. Definitely does. Perfect, perfect. That's 76,000 damage.